Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go back to a time that was full of frivolity, full of jollity. Is that such a word? You know what I'm talking about. Joviality, just carefree, just beautiful. The 1980s. And that poster behind me, the very distracting blonde, getting a well-known brand of beer poured down her lovely gorgeous back. Well, I'll come to that image in a short time, folks. But one image that you won't be able to get away from, because yet again, I'm going to punish you subscribers for this. Not because you've done anything wrong or bad, but just for one last time. For Auld Lang Syne, let's hear the dulcet tones of Dermot Mulrooney. Take it away, Dermy baby.
I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya!
I love you too!
The next half hour.
She brings you.
Well, we know how that misfired so badly for Budweiser Light. It was just a hilarious story that got worse and worse and worse because the woman running the show, the VP of marketing, she wants to deny the fact that she was once a frat girl at Harvard, and now that the past may come back to haunt her, which it did, she had to reform the image of Budweiser, you know, the working man's drink out there. But of course now we have a new ally in the guise of Miller Lite. Now, Miller Lite, or Miller Time, which is the phrase it's really well renowned for, you know, you think of images of the men at home on a Friday, Saturday night with their bottles of beers, maybe even a keg of Miller, if they do such things as kegs or Millers, and their pizzas and their hot dogs. Hot dogs to me would be the actual best combination with beer, because obviously my channel. But this new advert surfaced 20 hours ago. I think it's been an unlisted commercial, but it's doing the rounds. So Miller Lite, is it following in Bud Light's footsteps? What does this video actually mean by that? Well, without further ado, folks, let's watch it and see what happens.
Here's a little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. How did the
Is that true? Let's have a quick read. Beer is thought to have been invented by the Sumerians, who lived in what is now Iraq, around 8000 BC. And ancient tablets have been unearthed showing the original brewers were indeed women. The Sumerians even had a goddess of beer, Ninkasi.
Are you making fun of me?
If that isn't a historical thing that women invented beer, well, thank you very much, ladies. You're awesome for doing that.
Industry pay homage to the founding mothers of beer? They put us in bikinis.
Yes! And what a great image, folks. This lovely young blonde model, I don't know her name, which by my standards is absolutely shocking that I don't even know who she is. But I will get back to that again. So this comedian apparently is Ilana Glazer. Have you ever heard of her? Neither have I. Leading the way on a barrage of bleeped shits.
Wow. Look at this wild. It's time beer made it up to women. So today, Miller Lite is on a mission to clean up not just their but the whole beer industry's Miller Lite has been scouring the internet for all this and buying it back so that they can turn it into good for women brewers.
First, we turn the bad into compost. Then we feed compost.
Love, it's compost. Not compost, not the compost heap. Alicia Silverstone, Batman and Robin. Yeah, let's not try to forget that one ever again.
To dwarves, push out beautiful fertilizer.
That good helps farmers grow quality hops,
which is then donated to women brewers.
I'll say with this chick right here, she's got a big bump coming out of her left eyebrow. If I were you, love, I would have had that treated before stepping in front of the camera.
To make their own really good
But there's definitely more out there. in your attic, in the garage, in your parents' basement.
So why are we pixelating the lovely young faces of the women behind you? Is this a copyright thing? Is it an image thing? We can't reveal the faces behind the bikinis and the swimsuits. It's a strange one, isn't it? It's almost like Miller Lite are ashamed of the models they've used over the last few years. I would say even back to the 1980s to promote their products.
Send any shit you got into Miller Lite, and they'll turn that into good shit too. Oh, so here's to women, because without us, there would be no beer.
Well, she's probably correct. If it wasn't for chicks, we wouldn't have beer. But being that this is an all-American advert, well, actually, I lie. It's not really all-American, because if it is, or if it was, we would have had maybe the General Lee and the lovely Daisy Duke and her cousins, Bo and Luke. But no, it's not that. This is an American commercial that tells you, hey, we know the Iraqis invented beer, but we don't want to really acknowledge them. We just want to say that women in general invented beer. Now, I'm going to assume the woman here with the, what is that thing? Is it a hops gatherer? Whatever it is she meant to be a Sumerian woman? And in that case, why haven't they acknowledged that? Not being funny, but can I see some pokies coming through her top there? That's a bit disturbing. Also, this short-legged bint right here is wearing a short skirt. So if she's so ashamed and probably having boob and breast envy at the fact that the women that she was shaming in their bikinis had a bit of jealous, a bit of greed-eyed envy of those women, she's obviously happy to promote femininity in a short skirt and her rather stubby and stumpy legs exposed for us all to enjoy. And she does remind me of a more serious version of Sarah Silverman, if such a thing even exists. But again, pixelating the lovely young women here. Women just like the blonde woman I'm about to show you, who are obviously giving up their time to get their face on a well-known brand. You know, this blonde lady right here would have been an aspiring model, actress at the time, having beard pulled on her back. And hey, look, we're going to give you thousands of dollars, honey. It might not be the first take. It could be the 20th take. We have to keep doing it till we get the right picture. Do you think she's going to mind for thousands of dollars in front of her face? Of course she's not. And it's a great image. It's evocative of the 1980s, a decade I'm so proud to be part of. It's Fort Lauderdale Spring Break. That's the actual poster from 1989. I tell you what, when the 80s was coming to a close, I was getting so depressed at that point. And then when the 90s came around, it felt like it was an offshoot of the 80s. And then, of course, we had the noughties. And yeah, let's just try and let's kill the buzz right there. But of course, now this ad takes you to the original placement, which was on eBay USA, and I missed out on buying this, and it was going for $80 plus it was $97 altogether. Actually, I mean, I would have paid that kind of money. Now, my American viewers, if you know somebody, or if you yourself have this iconic poster in your collection and you want to send it to yours truly, of course, I'll pay you for your troubles. Do let me know in the comments below or hit me a DM and we can hash something out. And of course, with this ad, or rather with this poster right here, there are many other posters not like that, unfortunately, but yeah, we do have a Coors Lite, who again, Coors did the same thing too, getting beautiful young women, paying their way, earning a keep, earning some livelihood, you know, going out on a Friday night with their girly friends, enjoying a good time, or maybe going on that spring break themselves. You know what was it, Dudley Moore, he had that film Crazy People, and there was that image, that poster where you don't, it's not people coming to Jamaica, it's people coming in Jamaica. Oh, Dudley Moore, I miss that guy. So based in the day, wasn't he? And that's the whole point, folks. Like, if you want to sell a product, you can do it in many imaginative ways. And for some reason, it's kind of an Americana effect in some ways, that you associate the woman in the bikini promoting something. Even if the two images are unrelated, it's just the fact you've got a pleasing image of a woman in a bikini or a skimpy dress, giving it a really sexy come on smile and say, hey, You want to buy this product? It's like Lethal Weapon 2 when Leo sees Roger Murtaugh's daughter in the condom commercial. And it's like, hey, you know what? That chick's so hot, she makes you want to go and buy rubber as well. So hey, subliminal sexy advertising does actually work. Where it doesn't work is when you have bins like this lady here, Miss Glazer, in her short stubby legs, telling us, you got to be ashamed of these women before us who decided to not bear all, but to be very artsy and tasteful in promoting Miller Lite in swimsuits, having beer poured down their back because it's demeaning to them. Do you think those women actually give a shit about what her opinion might be of those? I'm very curious to see where Miller Lite goes with this because, again, it wants to be an ally for Bud Light. And again, both beers have light in the title. You know what? Maybe beer makers of America, just get rid of the word light, even if you style it up by spelling it as L-I-T-E. But then you can remove the L and just put S-H-I-T-E, and it might have a better ring to it. So folks, if you were me, and if I were you, and that dog named Blue is at the bottom of the ocean now for the next video. And yes, the next video should hopefully be about Queen Cleopatra. Ah!
Welcome to Miller Time. It's brewed here. It's yours and mine. Bring your thirsty self right here. You've got the time. We've got the beer for what you have in mind. Welcome to Miller Time. It's yours and mine.
Miller High Life. If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Welcome to Miller Time.